is up, guys? Welcome back to Late to the Party. This is where we take a look at movies that are a minimum of at least 10 years old, and we look at through the perspective of a bunch of old-ass people. Yes, I am an equal opportunity insulter. Mom Jose.
I'm Isaac.
Jason.
Liz.
And Josh.
And I'm Nate.
Well, anyway, guys, this week we had the opportunity and the privilege to take a look at one of the, early Batman movies. The selection was for Jim Carrey, and all you guys voted unanimously for...
No. I have the receipts.
It was for Batman Forever. Movie starred Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face, Jim Carrey as the Riddler, Val Kilmer as Batman, Chris O'Donnell as Robin, and who else? Who else is notable in that movie?
Nicole Kidman.
Wow, boys. Wow, we.
So yeah, I just want to get right into it because I know you guys are eager. I can already see Josh blowing up like a tomato over there. I'm dying to hear what you have to say, Josh. So let's have at it. What did you think, Josh?
I've discovered which movie is the worst Batman movie for sure. It was hard to watch. In the first 5 minutes of the film, I think I looked at Liz 10 times as to like why are we doing this? It was it had its moments. There were a couple of parts that were good, but the thing that disappointed me the most is that we were working for Mile High Comics at the time that this came out back in the 90s, and I remember being very excited to see this film. We went to go see the premiere in Hollywood when it came out with all the celebrities and everything, and I was so excited to see it. And I remember being grateful to any god that was out there that we had another Batman film. And now looking back on it, I was like, you poor child of spring. What a nightmare.
So this is kind of a blanket question, but where do you guys think that they went wrong? Like, what do you think? What did you guys think that they were trying to accomplish that they just completely effed this up in?
Right. How can this movie be so bad when you have such a star-studded cast? Nicole Kidman, Val Kilmer. At the time, Chris O'Donnell was a thing. I mean, all of them. Jim Carrey, Tommy Lee Jones. Right there. I mean, they were like the top at the time. And I blame this all on the writing. Because it can't be the acting. Because these actors have gone on to other things, and many of them have gone on to win Oscars. So it's poor writing and poor directing.
I'm gonna disagree, Liz. I think that when they have those comedic types and they let them come in to these shows, they kind of let them do their own thing and be spontaneous, because you can't really funniness. And I think Jim Carrey just over the top as Jim Carrey acting a fool. I don't even know if it was the Riddler. He was just acting a fool. And then Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face, he was like a bad impression of Jack Nicholson as the Joker. Like, I didn't see Two-Face in that character at all. Zero Two-Face, other than the bad makeup. Like, so I think they kind of just let those guys. I don't think they were following a script as much as they were just trying to act zany. And I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I think it was just those guys trying to act zany.
I feel like, though, it must have been the director telling them to act like that, though, too, because in the music, it's all zany and crazy, and it's just like slapstick. And remember, Warner Brothers is notorious for having multiple people's like views in these movies and telling people what to do, even though they just because they're a producer, they're like saying, well, I want this and I want that. And it's like, it had to be from other people. It wasn't mainly the actors. They're just following orders too. And them acting crazy like that. That music alone was just like all slapstick comedy. And it was so bad. It was so bad. I can't believe I liked this movie as a kid. Dumb kid.
Well, that's what I mean. I think it goes back to the writing and the directing. It's just that it's not. I mean, Jim Carrey aside, Jim Carrey acts like that in a lot of his movies. I mean, he's matured a little bit into some of the more modern movies that he's been into. He doesn't act like that anymore. But like, you know, Tommy Lee Jones isn't known for his comedic acting and his zaniness. You know what I mean? I think, like you were saying, is that it has to do with the writing and it has to do with the directing. And they're just like, just go ahead and do whatever.
I think I want to say maybe Isaac is onto something, because the reality is that when you look at all these, like Liz was saying, that all of these actors that are involved, they're all very talented, capable people, except maybe Jim Carrey. But and Joel Schumacher did Lost Boys and Flatliners and Falling Down, so he's a good director. So
those movies are awesome.
Yeah, I think Isaac is onto something. I think this is probably the result of it's like a movie by committee. You know, there's a bunch of talking heads sitting in some corporate boardroom saying, "Oh, you know what? Our testing shows that kids will love a movie that's like this," and then they just went for it.
I think you're right, Isaac, too. 100%. This is 95 when this comes out. I'm looking on my screen now. The Mask came out in 94, and this reminds me of a conversation I had with a creator that we all know. I don't know if I want to mention his name, but he was talking about how when the G.I. Joe movie came out, it was right after Iron Man came out, and they had them wear those ridiculous robot suits to go running through the streets, and that was heavily influenced by what they did with Iron Man. Oh, people like people in robot suits now. We'll put that into this movie. So I think that maybe injecting some of the Mask into Batman was somebody in a boardroom talking about stupid things.
Yeah, and then how many different wardrobe changes did the Riddler have? Like, each time he puts a costume, I was like, what the fuck? Why does he keep changing his costume? Where's he getting all this? Who's Taylor? Who's making this stuff for him? It was just
Sugar and spice, baby.
His Two-Faced layer, one part white and all nice, and the other part all dark, and his table where he was eating food. It was so ridiculous. It was so over the top. It was.
No, that was awesome. That was awesome.
That's just because he likes sugar and spice.
And I forgot Drew Barrymore was in this movie too.
Yeah, Drew was hot. I love young Drew.
Okay, well, I'm gonna pick it up from. So, as a kid, I think Josh hit something there. He said, they were most likely trying to have a target audience. See, when I remember being a kid, and Isaac said it as well, I loved it. It was like all the set pieces. It was Batman. It was over the top. So do you guys think they were aiming for children, or what is it? What do you think was the targeted demographic here?
Most definitely was for children. Everything that was, I think all those different suits were probably so they can sell multiple Riddler toys for sure.
and that's where I was gonna get to. I think they were starting to go into, they realized, like, especially with like the Transformers movies, I felt like those were designed to sell toys.
I think that the first two Batman movies, they were more influenced by the Dark Knight at that time, and then this, they wanted to take it a little bit lighter, and they were more influenced by like Batman the TV show from the 60s.
Yeah.
With all the bubbles and the bams and the booms, and if I have any hopes and dreams in my life, is that nobody ever takes Batman in the bams and the booms direction ever again.
Well,
Chinese hell is evolving.
You would have to say, though, that the Adam West material is far better than what we got to watch this week. So I would
100%.
much rather
Yeah. Rather that movie.
So that leads me into this question then. Can this movie be remade today using, the Adam West influences? Who do you think would be able to pull something like that off?
Jon Favreau could do
it. You can
the
do it.
savior of Star Wars is now the savior of Batman.
Yes. Just give him all the properties.
Hey, he did it with Iron Man.
Yeah, but he was a fan of Iron Man. He's a
I'm giving her all she's got, Captain. If I push it any harder, the whole thing will blow.
Uh-oh.
They pulled the
fan of Star Wars. Is he a fan of Batman?
Uh-oh.
I don't think that this movie should be remade. I'm with Nate. I think the time of the goofy, comic-y Batman is over. I think after Frank Miller came on the scene, I think the Batman that we have now, that we've seen with Christopher Nolan, even Ben Affleck's interpretation of him, I think that version is far superior. That was one of my big problems with this film and with the other Schumacher one, Batman and Robin, is that they don't take the character serious. And so it just comes off as like this clown show. And what I want is the kind of Batman that we got, the kind of Batman where he's grounded in reality, and the things that are taking place are things that aren't so far out and just like over the top and ridiculous. Batman needs a level of seriousness. I mean, his character is based on fear. Who the F is going to be afraid of frickin' Val Kilmer's Batman? The guy's a joke. His kryptonite is tacos, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, let me see. He might have been right off of Tombstone, and Val Kilmer was a badass in Tombstone.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
Let me see. Tombstone, 93. He was riding the wave of Tombstone when they put him in this one. And then after Batman, he disappeared.
Yeah. I wonder why.
So, my main man Lego, I want to hear from you, buddy. What do you think? Everyone's bashing on it, but when we were kids, you got to admit you loved it. And what is it that you loved from it as a kid that you think carried over even now as an adult? Watched it again. What is one redeeming quality? Come on, man, save me here.
All right. There was this awesome joke, guys, and I took note of it. It was right when Robin, he's not Robin yet, he's coming into the mansion, and Val Kilmer shows him to his garage, and he goes, "What is this? Some kind of car museum?" Dude, right there, I was rolling, laughing so hard. That shit had me on the floor, man. That was good. No, it was a fun movie, There was like that bat butt scene. Got all up on that thong action. That was pretty hot.
The bat nipple.
Cool.
The bat nipples for me.
Oh yeah. Dude, it was a wild film. It was a wild film.
One of my favorite lines in the movie was when Nicole Kidman's character calls out Batman. He's like, "Where's Commissioner Gordon?" She's like, "That was me. I'm trying to get a hold of you." He's like, "The bat signal is not a beeper."
That's right.
Oh man! And then he jumps off the roof. That was awesome. I think it works way better when Batman just kind of disappears and you're like, "Oh, where did he go?" But this one, they just show him like run and jump off the roof, and it looked goofy as hell.
I know, it's like he knows he's only gonna fall like 2 feet. So I saw that too. I was like, that's just kind of weird. Okay, whatever. It's like he's belly flopping into like into the pool.
That's the other thing is that a movie like this reflects the fact that they don't understand. Whoever decided, whatever committee decided to put this together, doesn't understand the character of Batman. That whole scene where he meets Dr. Meridian at night in her, because she invited him over, and then she kisses him and she realizes she doesn't love him. She loves Bruce Wayne. Like, has this like goofy smile on his face. I'm like, what character is this? What are we watching right now? It was so offensive. And I'm not even that big of a Batman fan, but I was offended for Batman fans.
All I know is that I want Chris O'Donnell to come over and do my laundry.
What was the point of that scene?
Because,
God.
I mean, I guess he really likes his clothes to be line dried because there was a perfectly good dryer right next to the washing machine that's there. I'm just saying.
I think you said when we watched it, you were like, "Oh, that scene is there to demonstrate that he has the skills to be Robin," and I'm like, because he does laundry well? I mean,
I was stretching. I was trying to find some glimmer of like hope in that. I don't even know. Yeah, I have a question. Sorry, I don't mean to like take over your where exactly is Gotham City in relation to New York? Because
Right,
didn't
because
fly
the
that
Statue of
helicopter
Liberty.
right into the Statue of Liberty?
yeah.
It must not be that far. like over the pond or something. I mean, it was that helicopter that just left Gotham Bank and just kind of took a 10-minute detour to the Nathan's laughing at you, and I love it.
You guys have no
That's how it
idea.
works.
You guys have no idea that you're Jose this week.
You're right.
Yeah.
You guys have
Oh,
the
no.
Latino community.
Oh, really?
internet.
Is that what you're doing?
I'm laughing right now because I realized that I picked the wrong music for Jose, and I'm gonna have to pick whole new music just for you guys.
Oh, you guys are just talking away.
It's bound to happen.
So this is what it feels like.
That was for you, buddy.
All
That
right.
was bound to happen.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Anyways. So, all right. So with all this bashing and everything, let's get down to what the viewers are here for. The buckets. So I want to go Isaac, the Scots, Nate, myself, and then we'll ask Lego. So Isaac,
2 buckets.
and why?
One, because it's Batman, and even though it's super bad, I watched it again, and I thought it was gonna be as good as when I was a kid, but it was garbage. It's just 2 buckets. I don't have it for a second reason, but 2 buckets. That's all it's gonna get. I'd give it 0 buckets, but I'm just gonna give it 2 buckets. It had some funny one-liners here and there, and the bat butt and the bat nips, and Nicole Kidman was hot at that time too. She was really hot.
Josh, have at it.
I'm gonna have to give this one like a 1 bucket. I think the only redeeming thing was to be able to look at Nicole Kidman back in the day. Everything else about the movie was terrible. It was just terrible. So 1.
1. Liz.
I'm with Isaac on this one. It gets 2, just because it's a Batman and just because it has Tommy Lee Jones. I'm a Tommy Lee Jones fan.
It's not a Batman movie. It's just some clown
It's just-
dressed up as
It's a
Batman.
Batman movie. Shut up. It's my buckets. So yeah, you get 2.
All right.
And I never want to see it again.
You know, I gotta go. I gotta give it a 1 for Batman, and a 2 because I actually like that Batmobile, as hideous as it is. So I'm gonna go with 2.
Ugh.
Nate the Great.
Oh man, this movie was painful. You know that Batmobile. You know how the fin sticks up. I was thinking of like when those orcas are in captivity and they get depressed, how the fin sags over. I was thinking that thing should have been sagging over in that Batmobile. It was horrible. I want to say, I mean, the one bright spot there was seeing a young Drew Barrymore for me. So, you know, I had a crush on her ever since E.T. when we were the same. We're all the same ages. The old ones here are the same age as her. So
She was born in the hospital. I was born in, brother.
was she?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yep, one bucket, Drew Barrymore. That's it. It doesn't even get a Batman bucket for me. In fact, it should be a negative bucket. Blasphemy of Batman.
All right, Lego. Let's go.
All right. So, we'll give it a 1 for Batman. We'll give it a 2 for Two-Face. 3 for those glowing lights. 4. That Batmobile was sick, dude. That fin, the flames. Ooh. 5 for that set design. My God, dude, the split in half. The cage that drops down. Riddler's on top. He's got his throne with the skulls and the buttons. Oh man, he knew how to rig a trap. 6, dude. The outfits. Riddler's outfits. Yes. 7. That bat butt. Whew. Heaven. 7 in heaven. 8. This one's hard, guys. For 4. 8. Oh, Nicole Kidman. Nicole Kidman was amazing. She was the best part of the movie, no doubt, no doubt. Let's get it up there. 9. The Batmobile. I liked that Wayne Manor had no security measures against intruders, so that'll bring it up to 9. And this is a 10 out of 10 movie, guys. 10 because I mean, wow, Batman forever and ever and ever. 10 out of 10.
Amen.
Forever and ever and ever.
Amen.
I'm sad
for
putting battle.
Y'all appreciate it.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
let's be fair. The house had some security measures. It was the silver closet, okay? It was the silver closet. That was the security measures. It was like, you trip and then all the silver falls down the stairs and alerts everybody in the Batcave.
Cool. And so they've got Macaulay Culkin running the show
Right.
over there.
Hey, Home Alone, that crap.
Yes, Home Alone. Who's picking Home Alone?
Well, there you have it. Batman Forever. Look, not last forever. So anyways, I'm gonna hand over the reins to whoever is let's see, Lego. I know
Is
you
it
got
me?
I
All
believe
right.
it is. Oh, correct? It is Lego, yes.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna
Hey, guys.
take you into your mind's eyes. We've got the 1973 Fantastic Planet. Also from 1973, we've got the Holy Mountain, which is a Mexican Western. And last but not least, we've got Enter the Void from 2009. So whatever you guys like, give it a go.
Oh man, I'm gonna go full in. Let's do the Mexican Western. What
Yeah.
was that called?
Down for the Mexican Western.
The
The
Holy
Mexican?
Mountain.
The Holy Mountain? Los Montañas de Dios, or
Las montañas benditas, way.
Benditas? Isn't that like a bandit?
Yo no sé.
Montañas sagradas.
You know what?
Sure. The Mexican,
The Holy Mountain. Let's
Holy
go for it.
Mountain. Let's do it. Broad
All
my
right, we'll
mind.
be doing Alejandro Jodorowsky's The Holy Mountain.
Ooh. I've heard. Well, anyway,
I haven't heard.
I heard the word.
this was a lot of fun. We'll catch y'all next week when we review the Holy Mountain, or La Montaña Bendita. Signing off, Comic Cave. I'm Jose.
I'm Isaac.
I'm Jason.
I'm Liz.
And Josh.
Great Scots.
La Montaña Sagrada. Next week.